Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, I have a little bit of a quick PlayStation video where it kind of seems like some baby trouble is happening in paradise. Now, as you guys may or may not know, we have quite a few big things that have came out in terms of hardware and other various things to the PlayStation, and one big thing is on the PlayStation VR2. Now, a lot of folks are kind of assuming the PlayStation VR2 didn't sell as well, and at the end of the day, it almost kind of seems like Sony is kind of giving up on it. Now, they're starting to go care about it, obviously, a little bit, but it kind of seems like it's taking a back burner, and we're going to go talk about this, talk about some other stuff, and also some big Ubisoft news and some Cyberpunk news and all that throughout the video. So if you guys will stay back, relax, and enjoy. So if you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We got that Twitter and Twitch stream. We're probably live up on Twitch right now. And of course, we also have the Theragun promotion still, all linked down below for all three of them. Hashtag ad if you guys would like to go check those on out. And let's dive on into the video itself. So as you guys may or may not know, and don't mind the really, really bright light, the PlayStation VR. It's a very intriguing thing nonetheless, where the PlayStation VR is expensive, it's been fun, it's been good, yeah, at the end of the day, it's one of those kind of weird things, but apparently we're now seeing official statements regarding the PlayStation VR2, and the fact that it's technically like a pretty important thing, but at the same exact time, the PlayStation 5 matters more. Now, on the very, very top, high level, this makes sense. If you have like a big accessory for a console, think the DualSense Pro controllers, think, maybe the PlayStation Portable, think the PlayStation VR2, and all of that in between. Now, obviously those are important, but they're all an extension of the PlayStation console. And while VR is also very nifty and neat, if you really wanted to try to go and mass produce it and push it towards its own individual thing, it would not have any tie-in with PlayStation. Maybe like how I have like the Meta Quest or something like that 3, where you can basically go play it on your PC or other various platforms. And it kind of seems like right now PlayStation is pretty much giving up on the VR. Whereas of right this second, my own little mini rant, it seems like there's basically nothing in the works that anyone is excited for on the VR side. Now, don't forget me wrong, there's always something being worked on and something cool, but as of right this second, I couldn't even name you a single huge VR game that should be coming out in the near future. And that's kind of an important thing to note. So when it comes to VR and obviously all these different types of games, you want to make sure that there is something important on the way. You want, like, they launched up with a cool Horizon game, which is a very popular PlayStation series game. But at the same time, it seems like they don't have anything else big. Like, imagine like a Spider-Man in VR would be awesome. Imagine like a God of War in VR, awesome. Imagine a Last of Us like version for VR2 as well, would also once again be very, very awesome. So yeah, I do kind of feel like the PlayStation VR is kind of getting given up and put in the back burner. But let's go talk about some official statements over here. PlayStation VR2 is important, obviously, to Sony, but the PlayStation 5 is its core. Sony reaffirms once again the stance on the VR. So PlayStation has been a major part of the virtual reality push in the last few years, and the relatively recent PSVR2 has moved things forward in the growing space. It has had pretty good reception, the price is okay, the specs are okay, and of course, if you guys like PlayStation or VR, it seems like an alright choice. The headset's innovative features and unique controllers mean it's competitive with higher-end PC VR gear. It's been pretty successful so far, but how is Sony feeling about the subsection of the gaming world? Senior Vice President, Head of Global Marketing, Sales, and Business Operations at PlayStation, Eric Lempel, has passed comment on virtual reality in recent interviews. He says, "It's important to Sony," adding that it's a category that can help us with innovation. He continues, though, "It's never going to be the only way people play games, but I'm happy that we're in it. These are great experiences that to be had, and consumers really like it, but it's a nascent business for us." So basically, that's kind of what they're trying to go and push, is that they like the idea of the PlayStation VR. It's cool to sell it, and there is some profitability behind it. We've seen some articles over here, too, as well, talking about the fact of, hey, like when it first came out, PlayStation VR2 sold just shy of 600,000 units in 6 weeks. PlayStation 2 invests more in new IPs by fiscal year 25. Strategy meetings report also show. Like, we see this. This is cool. We like the idea of this, too, as well. Like, they're getting sales. Like, it's not an end-all, be-all product. I mean, that still is millions of dollars. So if it is like a $600 product, like a $500 product. Like, it's a very, very expensive thing nonetheless. So it is still selling millions of units, and it's still probably passively selling units as well. But it definitely is a little bit more of a elitist, or I guess enthusiast is a better word, type product. And it does kind of feel like they kind of gave up on it. Because as I mentioned, as of this point, they basically don't have any huge games that are like letting people for excited beyond. Like, people are not like hyping up, oh my god, like in my Twitch chat or something, saying, oh my god, I can't wait for, I don't know, Crash Bandicoot VR, or Sly Cooper VR, or like another brand new God of War VR. And that's kind of a struggle. Like, if you want to have these systems or have a system seller, you need to have something that people are looking forward to. A good example now is still Spider-Man. A lot of folks were excited for Spider-Man, whether it's the console covers, the game itself. People were hyped up for it. And without a doubt, people were literally buying consoles to buy Spider-Man. I saw it on my YouTube channel, I saw it on analytics, I even saw it through my actual affiliate links as well. Like, the little Theraguns, so actually quite a few of you guys have checked those on out. Once again, link down below, but thank you guys for that. And all that's cool to me. Like, I like the idea of that. Like, that's a good vibe. But VR seems like it's a back burner. They're like, yeah, it's never going to be the only game we play. Yeah, we're happy we have it. I mean, duh, you won't say that for your own product. But at the same time, they're kind of making fun of it. They're basically saying like we're kind of giving up on it. It's like a back-end burner thing. Then we may throw in some cool games, and it's cool for innovation, and maybe a PSVR2 might come out in the future because it does sell games and does get games in the ecosystem and kind of is, what if VR blows up in the future. But at the same time, it seems like they're kind of giving up on it. Lampel concludes by saying PSVR2 isn't the core proposition we have this season, and the PS5 fills that spot. So once again, they're kind of putting on the back burner, saying like, who kind of cares? It's a sensible and safe view on VR. Once again, that's just basic. It's just normal. It's just, we got it. If you want to buy it, sure. Which is yet to truly break into the mainstream. And of course, the PlayStation 5 should be the core for PlayStation, I agree though, and the company's shooting in for a record-breaking holiday season with a revised hardware design, enough supply to meet demand, and strong software like Marvel's Spider-Man 2. So it does kind of seem like on these words, like not directly, but the sales are not as big as most people and even analysts are expecting. It seems like the games that are on the list are also not as big as also people are expecting. And at the same time, I could barely even tell you almost any of you guys in my comment section that even have one. Like if you guys have a PlayStation VR, leave a comment down below. I would like to go and see it. Or as well, let me know as on Twitter or whatever. But it kind of seems like just the overall reception for the gaming community. I'm a Twitch streamer, so I know a lot of Twitch folks as well. Not many folks really like the game or enjoy the game or want to push for the game regardless, and I'd totally go get that at the end of the day. So I want to hear your thoughts on this one, because it does kind of seem like Sony's kind of giving up on it at the end of the day. Now, as well, also some pretty big Ubisoft news, where actually Ubisoft did actually have a huge delayed large game, and there's been a few big games in the works at Ubisoft. Like Ubisoft just had their Assassin's Creed game, which was okay, I guess, and as well, also apparently the Crew Motorfest has been popping off really well. So Ubisoft just announced its fiscal results for the first half of the year and related to the period between April and September. The company boasts robust activity in the time period with 94 million unique active players, slightly up year on year, while average monthly active users were 36 million, slightly down year on year. We hear that the second quarter of the fiscal year between July and September was much stronger than expected, thanks to the overperformance of back catalog games and its new titles. So we're kind of seeing some stuff, like Assassin's Creed or Mirage and all that stuff, like the Crew. So basically, it had a really solid launch with week one numbers of players in line with the Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey, so the OG games, and the Crew also had a strong player reception with franchise record sell-through. Consumer spending and season pass as well is also really good as well. So people are checking out the adaptable things, and of course, they had other various things such as Rainbow Six Siege. Remarkable performance with high double-digit net bookings growth, continued strong activity in the back of the year 8 Season 3 release, and it was well kind of cool to see. Like, there's actually a lot more people still playing Siege. I would love to have a new Siege come out, like a Siege 2, but whatever. Assassin's Creed also sustained the performance of the previous games, and Crew also did very well on top of that, and they had a good quarter. Which also, I do believe Ubisoft's going to do way, way better with the Activision deal, because I'll have a chance to go and stream up a lot of these different types of games on U+ as well. And last but not least, we had a little bit of a Cyberpunk patch update, which of course I always love their aesthetics, and they basically had a huge barrage of brand new updates going on over here with Cyberpunk. So in case you guys have missed Cyberpunk or whatever, go and check it out. That's about it for me on this video. We'll be live up on Twitch if you guys are bored. If you guys want some simul streams too as well, let me know. We also do have the Twitter and Twitch stream as well. Make sure you guys check out the Theragun promotion, hashtag ad, and etc. And subscribe if you guys are new, and I love you guys all so much for watching here in the first place.